Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2. All right. This is for Malcolm, Twitter, UK. He got me the list for the London Stock Exchange listed miners. I think there's some juniors, mids, and large caps in there. I put him alphabetical order. I started looking a little bit at them, and instead of doing a whole bunch of charts, I think I could just try to rank them in order from the ones that are ready to explode now and the ones that are least ready to explode now, because some have already exploded, and you probably want to go on smaller time frames to see if there's a continuation breakouts. But I'm looking for the initial monthly defined huge breakout that you probably want to play. So here we go, guys. My monthly setup: 1 year, 3 year moving average, distance from the 1 year moving average. I'm going to remove it. And the stock, I'm going to keep it for, so we'll get to see where the explosion is. Are we in the power zone like here, or are we closer to a initial thrust out of that bear zone into the bull power zone? And that's a big move usually you could get if you could grab that, especially in the bull market. Usually you want to wait for the bull zone, but if you're not in the precious bull market, then you could start tempting the transition area where there's huge gains to be made. ARS, guys, too far down. Look at that. I'm not going to keep that at all. So I'm just going to label it as red. Don't want it. Bam. It's not ready yet. ATYM. Here is the paradigm shift trend line. Diagonal to get you in early. It broke out above 3 year, 1 year moving average. Look at that, it went super down, but look, it closed the month testing. So that's the actual test of that descending trend line. So that one's a survivor. You're starting to build some volume defined base right there. So if you could climb back above that, this one could have some success once it crosses back above here. So kind of early, but you see that transition, that energy that it took. It's going to probably try to enter right here, the bull power zone. So ATYM. Could give it not a red, but a orange rating. Red's bad, orange is less bad, and we'll see the other colors where they bring us. Central Asia mining, that's a descending trend line. And it's right below it, so below moving averages. Has a base here, but look, it has a big congestion area here, so not quite ready. What about the stock? Stock's trying to angle upwards, but there's some resistance on the way. So this one is not ready. So we're going to put this one in the orange zone also. Not ready yet. The red we don't want. Orange, not quite ready. Sentiment company SEY, SEY. Yeah, in the bull power zone, exploded up. Let me zoom out. All-time highs, or from the data that I have, huge base. So this is going to pull back here. Maybe usually within 1 to 3 months, you have a pullback to the breakout line, higher lows, just beautiful pattern. This one's probably going to come and retest that breakout line at 170. Let the 1 year and 3 year moving average try to catch up. But you have a huge volume base, low risk entry coming up right here for SEY. So that one is definitely a keeper. Really like that one. And entering bull power zone right here. Not early, but if you wait a month or 2, 3, you can have probably great entry right here. EUA exploded. See, look at that. A lot of these mining stocks left for dead. Paradigm shift. Every time you have an angled, the first angle one is the wake up. Then as you start busting through less and less slanted trend lines until you get to the horizontal trend line breakout, and off it goes. A huge base was here, guys. We're late. Paradigm shift around happened here. The stock cross was here, and look how fast it moved out. It's just too far ahead, guys. I'm not even gonna, I don't know how I would play this. You'd probably have to look on the smaller time frames. So I'm just gonna leave it totally out of the list. It's not a bad one, but it's not ready to do, and it's too far off right now for me to be able to play that. Freslino, look at that. Divergence, higher lows on the stock, lower lows on the price action. Good things to come. above a 1 year, above 3-year moving average, above the first paradigm shift. And then after that, you have another resistance right here. So not quite ready. Either you would have had to enter at the bottom here when the stock started exploding off that huge base right here. Now it's just vacuuming up, kind of like silver. I would rather, it's in no man's land right now. I'd wait for the next big move. So this one's a keeper for later on when it reaches its all-time high. So I'd say orange, not quite ready yet, but it looks strong. So we're just a little bit too late to catch it right now. GGP, look at that. We're a little late, guys. Remember, look at that huge contracting volatility, exploded, stock exploded, higher highs. It's in the bull power zone right now. I don't know where it's going to consolidate. The base, last volume defined base was out here. It's too far off, guys. Too far off to do anything. So I'm going to leave it out. Just like UEA, GGP was awesome. If you're in, great. But if you want to get in now, too far. Paradigm shift, the vertical trend line, not the vertical, but the slanted. Horizontal is the final one that gets you in a little late when you're already in the bull power zone. This one pulled back, but you see the base is right here, so we're kind of getting far away. It's defining a volume node right here, and every time I look at a chart, I always see new information. So right now you see it's consolidating, not by miracle. It's consolidating here because it's hitting a wall, previous support, now turn resistance. So is it going to bounce back all the way back to the breakout line and then explode, letting that 1 year and 3-year moving average catch up? As long as it stays in the bull power zone, you're good. Maybe it's going to come and retest that pivot line on the stock. So I think it's kind of in no man's land right now. The only one that I really have ready, what do I do with it? What do I do with it? It's a tough one, this one. It could pull back here. Okay, I'm going to put it green, but we'd have to wait. So it's not ready. You have to wait for a pullback, and then next try up. A little bit like SEI. But SEI, SEY, SEI sentiment is a little bit better because it's not, there's nothing above. I'm not quite sure. What did I do with GGP? GGP, no man's land. EUA, no man's land. Okay. Let's keep it green for now. Not the best green, but now I'm going to remove it. I don't like it. Hawk. This is a lot better. Look at that. Huge, close to the base. We just broke through that horizontal, that slanted paradigm shift. Now we're testing that horizontal breakout line. Volume defined breakout line right here. We're right below it, but we have a nice base below it. So this is going to get squeezed here. But since we're in the bull power zone, we're going to retest that pivot line on the stock. This is probably going to resolve upwards, guys. Just like since we're in a precious bull market. So I'll put a green for Hawk. Just get ready for it. Either you enter here on the pullback, you think it's confirmed, get that early entry, and then hope for that bounce back up above. JLP, Jubilee, pretty nice. I like it. When I close to that base, that's when I feel secure. That huge volume defined base. That one just broke out. Wait a few days. It already broke out previously of that smaller base. Higher lows on the stock. It's going to about enter to the bull power zone on the stock. July confirmed. August, I'm going to confirm even a bigger pattern. Paradigm shift, pivot line retested. This one is a winner. KEFI. Wow. Wait. Bam. Paradigm shift. Inclining 1 year moving average. Closing above. In a few days above that 3-year moving average. And you're just trying to cross over. So this one's going to probably head into the bull power zone. So this one, you're catching it early. And just have a beautiful base right here. This one is full steam ahead. There's a vacuum after that. Who knows to where it's going to go. And you're going to get good gains until that reaches that bull power zone. And then it starts fluctuating. Very nice for KEFI. Poly. Oh, Poly kind of reminds me of SEI, right? Is that SEI? Yeah. So you see beautiful pattern, all-time highs, or from the data I have. but it's kind of gotten far away, right? See that base, volume defined base right here, broke out. Now you had pullbacks to that breakout line, great entry areas here, and this moving far away. So you probably have to zoom in on the smart time frames. Here there's probably some a base right here, but it's still exploding. It's too far away, guys. I cannot include it. So that's going to be part of the EUAs. Poly, you've been nice, but we're looking for earlier, younger polys. Oh, this one kind of looks like hawk. Below a paradigm shift trend line, there's a longer slanted trend line right here. The base is a lot lower. I'm not going to include that one because it's kind of far away. What did I do with hawk? I think hawk, I'm closer to that base, right? That volume defined base, yeah. So I don't like this one as much. This one really needs more time. It's pretty much no man's land until it breaks out above. So Sol Gold, you're on the wait list. UFO, huge base, volume defined base right here, not super huge, a year or two, but look at that, finally getting the stock out of that basement, exploding above the 1 year, 3 year moving average. Look, they're both coinciding in just above. Even in July, somebody was early. Look at July, that close above that descending trend line. So July, a lot of stuff happening in July. You had to wake up and look at these explosions right here in August, confirming even the horizontal breakout line above that volume defined base. That should vacuum up all the way to this longer term trend line right here, guys. And remember, I'm on the log chart for most of these. See, when it starts getting serious, I draw the trend line a little bit better at the beginning. I go just about to save some time, but when I think this is serious and I want some more precise targets. So this one could be heading to 170, man. What, 42 cents? 1, 2, 3, 4 bagger, 5 bagger. Wow. So Alien, yeah, Alien definitely green. You're not catching it super early here. It's breaking out, could pull back, but it's not that far off the base to be able to have a nice ride up, guys. So this is it. ARS, forget about it. It's red. The orange ones, they're not quite ready, right? Fresno, is that? Yeah, not quite ready here. Stuck in no man's land. But and the green ones, they're just about ready to go. And some you could even enter right now there. But you have to understand that when you enter, on breakouts, there's possibilities of pullbacks. So it's not the best low risk, high reward entry. The best is on those fear entries like hawk, where everybody's scared, and then the breakout happened the month before, but you're entering on the pullback. That's the higher, lower risk entry, higher reward on that pullback. But they're both good. Just you got to know when you enter on the breakout, expect a pullback, and adjust your position size accordingly. All right, that's it, guys. That's a fast track for all you UK players there on the London Stock Exchange there. That's how I recap those mining stocks. Take care. Ciao, guys.